Ian,
Patrick.
we don't really discuss the phenomenon of gamer girls that often. But thankfully now there's a game coming out we can experience it for ourselves. It's the Gamer Girl game that was announced. And it's a full motion video game, like where you act as the chat moderator for a streamer.
Peggy 18.
Oh, that's the Peggy 18. I'm watching the trailer right now. It's Abacake99, which is a funny name for a streamer. So you interact with the streamer, obviously on video, and it's called Candy Stream, which is the service. And there's chat windows, and you act as a moderator, and you decide, I guess, how you want to influence the stream. It's an interesting concept that, I don't know, some people thought this was a sort of a weird thing to promote as a game concept. But I look at this as like, how is this any worse than any of the horror FMVs of the 90s, like Night Trap? Like, how is it? It's a concept where, okay, it's kind of sleazy, yes, but it's in the now. It's what people do. It exists. Why not make an adventure game out of this? Am I wrong? I'm not saying I want to play this. I just think it's no worse than any of the 90s full motion video games.
I do. I think it's gross.
You think it's gross?
I think Night Trap is clearly filmed tongue in cheek.
You don't think this is gonna be tongue in cheek?
No, I don't. I mean, not judging by the trailer, and a lot of people are like, well, it's just a trailer. Well, the idea of a trailer is to fucking sell me on the game, and what it sold me was a creepy and poorly timed fantasy about being a white knight moderator simp who's going to control a streamer. And that's fucking gross.
That's how you see it?
That's exactly how I see it, and that's, I think, how a lot of people.
So you're acting like the god of the streamer?
Yes.
Basically?
It's putting, I mean, it's
Your
not
choices
it's
matter.
not a horror game. I mean, it is, but no, what they've made is a male power fantasy.
Oh, it turns into a horror game watching the trailer.
Yes,
it's a horror game.
But you're it's a gross and I feel like tone deaf idea in a time, especially right now, when everything is coming out about these stories of women streamers who deal with this shit on a daily basis.
No, that part is bad. I grant you that. I think this is for a game like this, it really depends upon, to me, will this always end up as a horror game or not? If it always ends up as a horror game, like the last half of this trailer, it's a horror movie. In that way, it's the same structure as Night Trap, or yeah, the first part of it, they're all dancing around and singing in skimpy clothes, but then it becomes a horror sort of theme. Is this the same sort of thing? I don't know. I don't follow girls on streams. I don't know how bad it is or what the environment is. Maybe you know more than me.
It seems very, very bad.
It's that creepy where, let's put it this way. Is it bad to want to be the moderator and control it in a good way, or you think it's just creepy to want to be a moderator in general for one of these girls?
It's creepy to just want to. It's creepy in the context of the game because your job as the moderator is to control the woman.
Or control, I guess, how the stream goes, because you could ban people or not.
Should I answer this? Mod is one of the things in there. Like it's putting her as it's putting her in a helpless female role, and you're the savior guy mod who's going to. It's disgusting. It's kind of fucking gross and tone deaf for right now.
It's tone deaf. Okay. But for full motion video games, though, it's part and parcel. That's what you do. You control the
well, I mean, sure, there is a larger conversation to be had about full motion games being more exploitative, but I think this one just hits a bunch of wrong buttons for people.
Okay, that's okay. They took the trailer down, but you can still off of YouTube. But you can still watch it on. You can still watch it on, what is this? The slasher. What is this? Rod Breslau. I'm not familiar. You can watch it on Twitter here. So you see her. What's weird about it is that if you were a mod, this is what I'm saying with this. What's weird about it is, it to me becomes more fantasy, because in the real world, you would never get, if you're a moderator of one of these streamers' channels, you would never get to like hang out with them in real life. And in here, you're following her along, like hanging out with her friends and going to the club. That's where to me, it's the ultimate fulfillment of the fantasy. It's like, now I'm actually her friend, and now I'm spending time with this girl. That to me is actually more creepy than controlling her streams. It's now I get to see what she's really like, and now I'm a part of her life.
Yes, the whole thing is creepy.
Oh, sure. I don't know. I'm not. I guess I'm not as offended as the general concept.
I'm not offended. It's just fucking gross. It's like,
I don't know who's going to buy this sort of game. I don't know who this appeals to. I don't know.
that's the thing. I'm not calling for cancellation. I would simply just hope it flops. It's a bad, weird, creepy idea.
Control the chat stream. You are the moderator. You see her wear the outfits. Become part of her life. That's where it's creepy to me.
Yes.
Become part of her life.
Yes.
That's where
it's right there in paper. It's all very, very creepy. The becoming part of her life shit.
When you start to...
Ingraining yourself. That's the whole fantasy. It's like...
Was that the fantasy of a moderator, to like become more part of the person's life? Is that why you want to moderate?
That's what I'm getting at. My understanding from following some female streamers and women streamers and hearing how they talk about it is that it's very much like this. Yes, their whole lives revolve around being worried about, are they giving these people too much access?
Sure.
And it's shit that happens to them on a daily basis.
So that's, to me, okay, that's where, okay, you actually start looking at her texts to her friends. So that's, you're not really being a mod anymore. Now, yeah, you are becoming a part of her life.
No, it's just, it's a stalker simulator is how I feel about it.
Stalker, okay. All right. Well, you're trying to keep her.
It's
But
like,
you're trying to keep her away from the stalker, though. You're trying to save her from the stalker in the game.
We don't know that. I mean,
that's what it looks like. There's a creepy stalker comes after her.
Yeah, it looks like you can just let the stalker get her.
Well, you can let the vampire guys get girls in Night Trap. You don't have to
but ostensibly you're trying to do your job in Night Trap.
Are you though? I've only played Night Trap like once at my friend's house there. Publisher Wells Interactive said in a series of tweets that the game seeks to raise awareness toward online abuse.
No.
It might, but I mean, like, you're not going to buy this game in order to be educated.
That is cold, hard capitalism.
They've also done full motion video games, The Complex and Late Shift. And I got to see what those are about. It'll be up to you to handle a chat log and maintain personal contact with the streamer, AbbyCake99. You'll make decisions about the posts in her chat, respond to DMs from her, and work to help Abby succeed.
Women don't make...
She can fire you if you mess up. Well, there you go. She can fire you. Then I read that other real life streamers agree to be in the game as like side characters. I guess that can show up here. Part of the game will involve protecting Abby from a predator and following her as she takes her streaming into dangerous real-world scenarios. Oh, that's how you're in touch with her. She's streaming in real life. That's how they're gonna get away with that part. Okay, at least it makes sense in world, I guess. It's the first improvised FMV game, with the press release drawing comparisons to found footage movies like the Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity. Oh, okay. So did they give her like a say, okay, go out, we're going to film you, we're not going to tell you what to say, but here's generally what's happening.
Yes, they're trying to say she co-wrote it, but basically they gave her
ideas.
They gave her ideas.
Okay,
guidelines.
Well, that's interesting for a full motion video game, though.
It is, and that's the thing. I feel like that there are a number of opportunities because they say that they've been working on this for 4 years. I feel like there's been a number of opportunities in the past 4 years for them to take a step back and be like, there is probably a way to do this, but not the way we're doing it. Gotcha. And the way they're advertising it is also like, I feel like they're advertising it specifically to that kind of weirdo.
Gotcha. It seems the game will have two goals: help Abby succeed and keep her safe. You can also influence what kind of stream she does, or purposely encourage drama and help her increase her ratings. Oh, that's an interesting little psychological. How are you going to play this game? You're gonna go safe or go for drama. Real life streamers will also appear within the game as characters. You'll be able to contact some of them too, but they may have ulterior motives. All right. See, that to me is getting more interesting when you actually try to draw upon the fucked up shit trying to be a content provider. That's actually a more interesting game than making it horror to me. When you actually maybe this streamer is going to stab you in the back, or maybe they're trying to use you for something or something. That's actually a more interesting concept to me. Is there a way to do this game where you're actually, no, full motion video, you're always looking at someone. You're never that character for the most part, right? Whenever you're that character in the game, it's always weird. When you see that character like those detective games, that's always a little weirder. Usually always an outside observer looking at those.
Sure.
What was that game? The Pandora Directive? Was that what it was called? What the fuck was that game called? Pandora... Oh God, what the fuck was that? Is that a Robert Ludlum thing? Pandora Directive? Oh, that was a game. Pandora Directive. That was a game. Okay, you play as it's a Tex Murphy game. Okay, you're
yes, Tex Murphy.
You're watching Tex Murphy. You're playing as him, but you're not him.
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Anything else to add here?
No.
You think this is going to come out and be a success?
No.
On Steam? No. Okay. You're just turned off by it. Okay.